Tabiso Goba has more.
The IEC has employed 202,000 voting officials to assist with the administering of the 7th democratic elections. The Commission says it has assigned 3 voting staff members to each voting station across the country. Chief Electoral Officer Sai Mamabolo says the Commission is trying to decrease the risk of human error.
We want to improve the quality of the result slips so that they are legible, everybody can read them, and they are free of material error.
The IEC has set the 2nd of June as a provisional date for the announcing of election results. Tabiso Goba, Eyewitness News.
A partly cloudy Wednesday in store for Gauteng tomorrow. Lerato Hufala, Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News on 947. For more, click ewn.co.za.
#MSW. You may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind and execution.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Sundowns 50 wins. Aye, lela record baba angiboni sikhona uphinda liphula. Lifetime baba, in our lifetime angiboni baba.
My reaction Monday comes to this guy Ukoloko Tobechane. He once say football can actually kill you real death. How did Pirates lose to Richards Bay? Wow.
You want to know how they lost?
Now! Oh, look at that! They found the opening! Richards Bay! You can't say that that's a bit of a shock then. They've been threatening.
They've been threatening and they scored. Hey, it has been what a dribbler, man. You dribbled me there, coach, but thank you so much for your time. Fantastic, I appreciate it. We'll see you.
We ask always our players dribbling one against one is the most important skill in these days, and a lot of players can't do this anymore. And some coaches has to learn and give a real example, and I think that was a real example of dribbling around the issue.
You did very, very well. Ronaldinho will be jealous of you, coach. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Our referee, our PSL ref, they're becoming worse. I was watching Orlando Pirates game. There was supposed to be a red card.
I can't disagree with that, though, because when you look at that challenge, and it's one of those career-ending challenges, man, if you allow that, you don't even need VAR for such incidents. VAR is not the solution to life. At times, a good pair of eyes.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
All right. I guess how the streets reverberated with all the excitement, man. If you don't know what I'm talking about. You can never write a man off. Now, this sentiment holds absolute meaning, though, in terms of truth. Former Kaizer Chiefs defender. Now, many considered his move to what they called a very strange league to be a strange one, but he has also defied the odds as well, proven the critics wrong. And although he couldn't help Amakosi end an almost decade-old drought, he played a very vital role in helping the Romanian side end their 9-year drought. Now, FCSB securing the season's Romanian league title, collected his first major trophy, Siyabonga Ngezana, Romanian Liga winner. Ladies and gentlemen, joins us on the line. Good evening, Sia. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Mr. Marawa.
I'm very, very good, man. Sia Pila Pudwam. Firstly, congratulations. What's the winning feeling like?
Yeah, it's crazy. First of all, I just want to greet the listeners in Makaya. Just want to say, I'm very happy to be here, and the feeling is very crazy. I can't even describe because it's my first feeling, after so many years.
I mean, is this a culmination of a long-standing dream, Sia, to just lift a piece of silverware, but more especially a league title?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's why I'm saying the feeling I can't match it anything, because being here in a foreign country and winning a title first season, it's crazy. For me, it's crazy,
I mean, did you know that this might happen when you signed on the dotted line, when they said to you, listen, there's a team, FCSB, that wants you from Romania? What went through your mind?
Yeah, what went through my mind? Okay, I would say first of all, like it was a dream come true, and I was very excited with the opportunity. But like obviously, I mean, first season I knew which is gonna be hard, I knew which is not gonna be easy. And then thinking about taking the league, okay, I would say because it was one of the objective for the team. When I came here, like obviously, like, but nah, but good route. I come from it route from South Africa. I Kaizer Chiefs for so many years not winning the title, and then coming back to the same thing and thought Uguti maybe I will have some pressure, releasing Yana and start my new life in a new country. But like these people were hungry to have the silverware now, Bafuni League, And then when I came here, I got so many messages, which is from the supporters because they knew which I'm coming, and then they say they want the title. Already like I'm coming here, like having that pressure. Okay, now Bafuni title, and it's been 9 years not having the title. So yeah, I mean, I feel like it was gonna be. My thoughts are good, like it's gonna be hard, because I come from pressure, coming to a big team this side in Romania. So I thought like it was gonna be hard, like a hard season again. Here we go again. I need to go hard and pressure and everything. But the good thing, I'm used to it now. Pressure, like from Kaizer Chiefs, I'm used to it. So as long as that bad,
Yeah. And
so I prepared myself. I think I prepared myself mentally. I'm gonna face the storms again with this side. Yeah.
A quick quiz question for you, Sia. Which other team in the world do you know of that went 9 seasons without winning a league title or any trophy?
9 seasons?
Yes.
Where?
Anywhere in the world.
In Europe? In Romania, like FCSB.
No, but besides that one, let's come closer home in South Africa.
In South Africa, I think if it's not Kaizer Chiefs, I don't know.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Congratulations.
Yes.
That was our quiz question for today. You win yourself.
Thank you so
You win
much.
yourself a special prize. You know what it is?
No.
You win yourself a trophy, man, with your current team, FCSB.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You know what, Sia? You caught everybody by surprise with this move, man. And I want to take you back and maybe take some of us into your confidence, though, because as I mentioned, taking so many people by surprise, you maybe were not a player that a lot of the Chiefs fans were in favor of, and I think you felt the lack of love that was there or not there. Now, your move to Romania, I mean, how did that come about?
Actually, like my move to Romania, actually, it came after I offer a sheriff. Like there was an offer. There are people that were monitoring me before, like Isopeli season, from Europe. It's a Moldova, it's a sheriff. I don't know if you know about it.
Yes.
Then okay, these people, they were obviously negotiating the offer, and then obviously because of like there are people they called agency and everything. So they heard about this thing. Okay, there's another team that is looking for a defender, center back. So I think FCSB it snatches the opportunity. It is like the opportunity. We need this guy. If Abakhona sign, because 2 teams they couldn't final agreement. Chiefs in the sheriff, So if FCSB like you wanted a center back, so they snatched the opportunity from the sheriff, I think, because they were so desperate for a center back.
Yeah. Jeez, I mean,
yeah.
And then I've been seeing stories that you were meant to be Maradona Lapan.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw the reports. You know, the owner of the team is a very outspoken guy. So I don't know if maybe he lacked the knowledge or what he was implying. But from what I've seen, your teammates, number one, they show a lot of respect towards you. The fans show a lot of respect towards you. And I'm sure you can sense that. You feel a sense of being appreciated there.
Yeah, I mean, like it always like that, in life, you're always gonna be appreciated by strangers more than home, and then after being away, then kind of also appreciate that back, actually I am the gold actually, so I got loved, got a warm welcome, first time me Zalana, until now, like I still enjoy to be here actually.
You look happier, man. You look happier. Was it a bit of a relief for you, though, to move away from the kind of hostile situation that you were getting back home?
No, actually, it was not a relief. Hence, I told you before, Uguti. To me, it was another pressure. Thinking Uguti to come, obviously, in a different country in Europe. Uguti, oh, my dream came true. Uguti, okay, I'm in Europe now. Like maybe it's gonna be a bit of a relief. These people, they wanted the league, like they've been without for so many years. So it was a bit of a challenge, you know, a challenge. Uguti now, Uguti, I'm gonna challenge myself because the experience that I got from my former team, it helped me a lot. It's more like a foundation to me. So it made me strong to face the world. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, it then asks a couple of maybe difficult questions for you, Sia, because now you've got options, you've got other opportunities to make it big for yourself. And, I've been seeing that there's been such a massive interest coming through from France for your signature. What would you rather choose, to go and explore in France, or would you want to hang around and be somebody that plays, UEFA Champions League, which is massive?
To me, Mr. Robert, to be honest, I would say with I am happy where I am right now. To obviously to play UEFA Champions League, it's one of my dreams. I would say I'm happy to be here. At the same time, I want to explore. To go to go to France. I also wanted to go to France, but I'm also happy to with the opportunity, a massive opportunity to play and to present my team that I'm playing with right now, AFCSB. So both opportunities, I'll take it.
Yeah. But
But
have you made a
depends with
final? Have you made a final decision?
Final decision, I can't say much. Final decision. Right now, I'm still content with my team. I'm still contracted via my team, and
Right. The line was behaving up until that point. We'll try and resurrect or resuscitate it any minute from now, though. Our conversation, our exclusive there with Usia Ngezana, FCSB. That's a defender from Romania. South African, former Kaizer Chiefs player, making it big. A team that hasn't tasted victory to this level in 9 years. And I think that is just how important life has been for him, having to play for such a club, very revered club.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Coach Ernest Middendorp on the line from Power Twala, who says, Coach, are you going to coach a Mutsipe championship team?
I don't see in the moment the priority to coach a team in which league ever. The league is, of course, one parameter where you make your decision on. It's not the priority where I'm looking in the moment, PSL or NFD. I've been in other Premier League in other countries where nobody has even sniffed in. So that's not important for me. See a lot of potential in terms of the environment here. Why not?
So you're saying to us that you could go down with the team?
It's possible, yes.
Hashtag MSW.
Hashtag MSW.
All right, in conversation all the way from Romania, so do excuse the line. It did disappoint us, but I do believe that he is back on the line. That's FCSB defender coming through live from Romania, Siyabonga Ngezana. Maybe let me quickly touch on the issue around Bafana, because I know that, before you left for Romania, the coach wasn't quite looking in your direction. Do you think now that you've given the kind of performance that you've given this season that things might change?
Actually, I can say for me as a player, I'm happy with my growth because another experience in overseas. and then we won the championship. But like, it's up to the coach, what he decided at the end of the day. I can't say much about the call-up. But okay, one thing I can say, I'm ready for I think to represent my country. If the opportunity comes, I'll be happy.
Yeah, a couple of messages here that are coming to us for you.
Good evening, Rob, and good evening to Ngezana. Sia, I just want to congratulate you on winning your league title in Romania and being a patriotic servant of the country and displaying and raising our flag high that side. And my question to you, Sia, who is that person that has contributed to your career? Because for me, you strike me as that player who is hardworking and constantly chasing their dreams. And I think that should have come from somewhere, from maybe somebody who might have been that pillar of strength in your career. And I just want to find out who is that person. Wishing you all the best, and may you continue representing Val in that as much as you represent South Africa at that side. Thank you so much, Tebogo.
Hey, Tebogo, thank you very much indeed. Hey, proud people from the Val. Hey, how do you respond to that caller?
Actually, Mr. Marawa, but to raise a child, like, it takes a village. Actually, I'll say, like, it's my people from home, way back home, Ekaya, and my family has played a big part, in terms of to who I am, and the support and their prayers. And also, Kaslam, as a whole, Valley, I'm presenting also at the Valley, speaking, and also, the coaches that have coached me to be where I am. It's a lot, DJ. It's a long journey. I'll say also not forgetting to include my coaches, like they coach me with development, Coach Arthur, Coach Ace, those people, they played a big part with me. And then Steve Compella, to give me the opportunity to play my first debut against Sundowns. So I won't forget those memories. I think those people, they played a huge role in my career.
And just finally, Sia, when are you coming back home, man? You need to come celebrate with your homies and everybody back in SA.
At the moment, I'm just celebrating with my teammates. Then after maybe our last game, which I don't think I'll be playing because of we'll give other players a chance. I think maybe after I'll be way back to home. We need to celebrate at home.
Yeah, so many more other messages that are coming through. We're just out of time. May the celebrations continue, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing from a distance. I've seen your growth. I've seen the improvements. I've seen the maturity and so much more, Sia. Do know that as South Africans, there's so many people that are extremely proud of you, and we certainly are here on MSW, Baba. Very, very proud. Keep your head up high. Never drop that chin.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for the support that I get from home. It means a lot, and I will keep on going forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much indeed, Sia Ngezana, our guest here tonight. He is FCSB defender coming through live from Romania. Really, really enjoyed that conversation and so much wisdom I need to add as far as he's concerned right now. A very mature football player.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time.
#MSW.
Marion Island is over 2,000 kilometers from a KFC. And when you're stranded there, you'll do anything for the taste. Like embrace the chill of 3-degree water like it's your new bestie. Then train to complete the equivalent of a Robben Island swim 200 times. And finally, brush up on shark defense. Luckily, there's a KFC closer to you, so you can skip the hypothermia and grab the new KFC Colonel Burger for just $49.90. KFC, it's finger-licking good. T's and C's apply.
All packed and ready for the holiday, hubby. Nothing could go off track.
A lot could go off track, and quickly too, wifey.
Well, we have a few wise tips from iWise, like checking our tires, driving within the speed limit, and keeping our emergency roadside assistance details at hand.
What about a wise tip for when our car's parked at the airport?
We'll park in a well-lit area and keep our valuables hidden.
Call 0860 110858 for a quote from iWise, the wise insurance choice. iWise is underwritten by Old Mutual Insure Limited, a licensed FSP and non-life insurer. T's and C's apply.
In 500 meters, turn right. In 500 meters, turn left. Turn right, turn left. Make a U-turn. Recalculating. Turn right.
When your head feels all over the place, try Himalaya Mentat, the daily herbal supplement that helps the whole family manage stress, boost memory, and maintain a sharp and focused mind.
You have arrived at your destination.
Himalaya, the herbal expert since 1930.
Here's to the next 30 years of epic deals from Vodacom. Get the impressive Samsung Galaxy S24 256 gig on a 2.6 gig Red Core plan for only 929 Rand per month over 36 months. Plus, get an in-store accessory spend worth 300 Rand. Enhanced with smart tech. Add a Samsung Galaxy Watch 6e SIM for just 149 Rand per month over 36 months. Here's to the next 30 years of connection. Available in-store and online. T's and C's apply. Further together, Vodacom.
Welcome to another episode of Hey Duck, Riddle Me This! Okay, Duck. A train leaves the station and travels north at a speed of 75 kilometers per hour. At precisely 20 kilometers, which is 2/3 into the journey, you spill your coffee on your white shirt. How will you clean it? Mac. Correct! Mac Auto Powder. Anything else is just wrong.
No, this team is not make sure. It's giving Man United won't make it to the Champions League again.
Relax, it's gonna be a close shave for everyone.
Not for Manchester City.
Aye, Arsenal is not out of it yet.
Can someone pass me that bottle job? I mean bottle.
It's looking like it can go either way. Sign up now for just 69 Rand to Showmax Premier League, and you can catch the conclusion to the greatest season ever.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Coach Ennis Middendorp on the line.
We will figure it out, what's possible in the next couple of days, couple of 2-3 weeks, what's the plan, where we can go. But I think in the moment with the team, with the squad which is there, which is very, very young, we always have 5 or 6 players under 21 in the starting 11. That means there is a future, that means there is something what we can do. But I'm 100% sure that people will come, that clubs will come, will ask for Copido, will ask for some other players, and then of course it has to be decided from the club, from the management, from the ownership.
Yeah, because the older players are got to make way now. They got to move on. Yeah. When does the final decision get made?
Very, very difficult for coaches to make the step, to tell the players it's over. And of course, then you as a coach, of course you are.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
Good evening, Mr. Rob. It's Luviwe here, and good evening to the MSW shoulders. And good evening to Sia Ngezana there. Oh man, I just love what's happening with Sia Ngezana, because this is just a reminder that you should never, ever judge a book by its cover. At some point, I felt so terrible for him, given the criticism that he would get before they were close enough to winning the league, ending the reign of Mamelodi Sundowns before COVID, and even thereafter as well, the constant criticism that he would get. Really, when you look at it from a third-person perspective, it is so demotivating, and nobody would find any other reason to get up and just keep on going. But I commend Sia Ngezana for his incredible mentality. And when he took the gig to play for FCSB, personally, I was happy, because now this is exactly what we want, where we want one of our own to apply their trade overseas, take their talents overseas and do very, very well. And look, his team just won the league. I have no words for that. I just hope that for some people that really didn't want to see someone like Sia Ngezana thrive, that they eat humble pie. And I'm really, really happy for Siyabonga Ngezana, because I know the potential that he has. He's a fantastic defender. and he's a great, great footballer. And for him to achieve everything that he's achieved, I want to say, brother man, congratulations. And I know this is the first of many. May there be many more cup success for you. May there be overall success for you. And may they be bigger and better teams that will look for you and have your signature on their dotted lines. Great show as always. Thanks.
Well, if you like, thank you very much indeed. Voice note there for Siyabonga Ngezana, our guest that we were chatting to live from Romania. Well, I can tell you one thing is that we moved from Romania back to South Africa because, and I go back, many of us as young boys growing up, taking part in motorsport kind of meant us, racing with those steel wires, self-made cars. Back in the homesteads or anywhere else. I can see townships around the country. But this 14-year-old teenager, big man now. It's a completely different wheel game, I can tell you. We are talking international participation here. Luviwe Sambudla. Now, that's the name that you're going to be hearing for decades to come. No doubt his achievements abroad, especially in the WSK, have been nothing short of remarkable. Now, as one of the first South Africans to compete in this prestigious karting championship, he has not only paved the way for future generations of South African racers, but has also, he's made history and has made his country proud with his exceptional performances on the track. His talent, his skills as a driver have been evident in his impressive results. And I'm talking about podium finishes, top 10 finishes in some of the toughest races in the championship. And we can only hope that he continues to push those boundaries, keep pushing of what is possible in the sport and inspires the next generation of South African racers to follow in his footsteps. Can you imagine? I'm already talking about him inspiring future generations, and yet he's only 14. But that's the story of my guest, international karting athlete, as I'd like to call him, Luviwe Sambudla. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, it's nice to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me.
You look happy.
Yeah, I am. After all those things you said about me.
I wasn't wrong, was I?
No, you weren't.
But when you hear that, though, I mean, as I kind of bring you onto the show at that level, and you, 14 now, and you're thinking, you've achieved all of this in such a short time. How does that make you feel?
It gives me motivation saying that since I'm only 15, now I can still do a lot more in my career, and I can still push and achieve even greater feats that I've achieved so far. So yeah, I would say it's more of a motivation right now, and it also makes me smile.
Well, I can see, I could help not see your smile because of just how proud you are of yourself. But this journey started, 8 years old you were? What swayed you in that direction to say, here's a sport, here's a possibility, here is something that I can thrive in?
Well, first of all, my dad introduced me to my manager, who's here with me now.
Yes.
And he introduced me also to a team he had. It was called Squadra Course at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he got me into a little go-kart. And it was, of course, slow because it was, of course, my first time. But
Yes.
I tried it out. I was nervous. I won't lie, even for me. I was nervous. But immediately when I got the feel for the speed and just the feeling of driving fast, I got excited. And from then on, that's how my journey started.
So you're a speed freak?
Yeah.
But the fear is gone now?
Yeah, it's gone. I mean, I've had a lot of accidents for...
A lot of them?
Yeah, a lot.
I mean, 2022, that's when you broke your collarbone?
And my legs.
And your legs.
So...
What more is there to break?
Yeah, basically that's it.
Well, records are there to be broken, so that is where you stand. That's the only thing I hope you break from here onwards. But tell me about that time, though, because it would have been pressure on you to then see how long it will take for you to recover. But then once you've recovered, whether you still have the mental fortitude to want to carry on driving.
I think it's because right after I broke my legs, we immediately went to therapy, physiotherapy, and I kept like pushing myself because I wanted to go back on track. It's not like it was like a break for me. Like I could see that the others were racing and I wasn't.
So it made you want to be there.
And then after that, immediately I don't think when I broke my legs, it had an impact on me mentally. Like maybe just a bit, but I didn't feel it because the race after the race literally after I recovered was in Lenato, the WSK, and I finished 4th that weekend. So I think the motivation for me to want to go back was more than for me to be scared of crashing. So
Jeez, I mean that's crazy because I think after that race and when you bounce back, and you're absolutely correct, the Euro Series as well in South Garda is where you were. I'll talk more about that a little bit later on. I want to bring Umpo Elijah Kumbi, the man maybe who started all of this and who's been a major player as a team manager and as a principal and making sure that Luviwe here is well looked after. Good to see you, Mpo. Welcome to the show.
Great. Thank you very much. And thank you to all the listeners that are tuning in to something different.
Absolutely. And that's why we were so excited when we finally got a chance, because you said you're going to be heading off somewhere on Sunday. Where are you heading off to?
Yeah, we've come back for a bereavement. So we've missed a couple of races. One of our team members' grandfather passed on. So we just come to support him. We're a team, right? So,
yeah, man.
So we win and we lose together, like Lewis says. So we're back for that, for a bit of a break. But now I think that's all come to pass. And we're back off to Europe to re-enter the European Championships that Luviwe and Enzo are part of for this year. And obviously we're also preparing ourselves for the World Championships, which are happening in the UK at PFI. So that's in around September. We're going to go and try to become world champions.
What are the possibilities?
Luviwe right now is ranked top 6. He's seeded top 6, which means the potential for him is top 6. And if he puts it together, he is a top 3 driver. But yeah, we got to still keep working on it, right?
The look that he's given you now, because I think at some stage you're a bit worried about the unnecessary risks that he was taking when it came to racing.
Yeah.
Is he still susceptible to that? Is that something you still worry about?
Luviwe has gone through quite a number of challenges, right?
Yeah.
I think you introduced him very well. Thank you very much for that.
We try, because he's a real superstar, and we're so proud, man.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's great. On that note, we hope the Minister of Sport is listening, so he can take.
He's just announced the board members of boxing, Boxing SA.
Yeah.
And when he tunes in and he hears something slightly different, he will then call afterwards and say, who or what was this kid? If you remember Sim Tiger,
yes,
the golfer, the youngster who's won literally anything and everything in the world when it comes to golfing.
Yeah.
The same thing happened with him when the former minister then, Philip Balula, was listening to the show. And guess what? He was then invited to Parliament for the State of the Nation address.
Oh, well, nice.
Yes, and then he got to play golf. And, with the president as per the tradition.
All right.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is that
the president to come join the karting.
What would you like to say to the minister? Let me say he's listening. I mean, I know that his aides, they do listen to the show. His advisors listen to the show. Yeah. What would you like to say given where you are?
Look, I know we're in extreme sport and we're doing something different, but we are a proudly South African sport, right? And we have proudly South African athletes that are attending many of these international races. And traditionally, South African drivers have really competed very well on an international stage, from all walks of life, right? And Luviwe is representing obviously a different social economic, obviously being non-white. And he's inspiring all the other ones to come through, and he wants to replace Lewis Hamilton on the Formula One grid at some point. That's what we're hoping for in the next 5 years. We're pushing very hard for that.
I love that. I wanted to just, I hate doing this. Maybe it's because I hate the word itself. You know that word non-white?
Yeah.
It freaks me out.
Yeah.
We call him black.
Black?
Call him black. You know why I say that? I always say, because back then it was used quite a lot. It was like, people are non-white. And I always said, you can't be non-something that you're not.
Yeah. I hear you.
But hey, we'll put that aside. Let's look into the exciting world of saying that you would love the support, extreme sport.
Yeah.
Are you currently getting any help though? I mean, is that something that you wish for at a greater level?
Well, we do hope that you're coming on to shows like this.
Yeah.
And when I met you on the plane, I told you that we were going to have this show.
You did. That was as early as Sunday.
So we do want to come on shows like this to showcase what they have done. You know, what the boys have opened the roads and paved the roads for others to believe that the dreams are possible, because it does look a bit far-fetched, especially from Africa, let alone any racial instances.
Yeah.
But the boys from Africa, I mean, all of them, there's a whole list of kids that go overseas and they do compete very well. But I don't think we get the recognition that we're flying the South African flag very high, you know.
Well, I was shocked. I was shocked when I went through the successes that he's achieved.
Yeah.
What he's done in Portugal, what he's done in Italy, what he's done just literally around the European circuit is something that is not even given in South Africa any opportunity as far as knowledge is concerned, celebrating the young talent, nurturing it, trying to give it the push. Because even your story is crazy. I mean, you started off as a mechanic at Mercedes-Benz.
Not a Mercedes-Benz. I had started off as a development team with Mercedes-Benz. And I always say, without Mercedes-Benz, I wouldn't have had this journey, right? But I have a funny story, and it's happening actually this weekend. So I would like to say that it looks like the stars have lined up, right? Stars.
Tell me.
But I would... my first time when I got introduced to motorsport was when I was watching the Imola Grand Prix. I was a cricket player at the time. I should have been there before Makaya, but yeah.
You should have been at Lords, kissing the turf.
But I was watching TV at 10 years old, and I flicked the channel and I got onto SABC3 at the time, I think it was. And I saw a guy crash into the wall, and I was amazed at 10 that what happened to this guy. And the next day he passed on, and it was Ayrton Senna. So this weekend is the Imola Grand Prix, quite incidentally, right? So I was really taken aback by this and intrigued more than anything. So I've watched Formula One ever since, and that became my fuel to my enthusiasm for the sport. I then happened to, through means, be part of the Mercedes-Benz development team, which set up a little go-karting track in Kyalami, and we got part of that. I did a couple of races. And then cancelled and went to do water polo. So I was kind of, I had to find a new way.
What haven't you done? Cricket, water polo, racing, everything else. But hey, Luviwe, your focus is on what you're doing right now. And you're hugely inspired by Max Verstappen, I do understand. You even shared the same number as him.
That was for one race.
That was just for one race, but you want to do it more often, no? Make it permanent?
Nah, not really.
Who's your Formula One inspiration then?
It's hard. It's like they all inspire me. I'll say that most of the greats in F1 inspire me in their own ways. Like, for instance, I love how calm Lewis Hamilton can be in a race when there's a lot of pressure. But I also like the aggressiveness from Max. So I would say it's the features. The features of all the drivers inspire me mostly.
Yeah, we've got waiting there in the holding room. Top 5 Formula One races, not this one that you can see, the other one that's closed. We've got the top 5 Formula One drivers in the world right there. Who do you want to meet? Because they're all ready to meet you. So who of the 5 top races in the world do you want to meet?
That's a hard question. That's a very interesting question.
They're waiting. We have to go for a break. You need to give me a name very quickly. Who would you like to meet?
Lewis Hamilton.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time.
#MSW.
The runway's all yours, Captain.
This is Lotto Star's Aviator Captain, and we're about to soar to exhilarating heights. Fasten your seatbelts and prepare to cash out before we touch down.
Get ready to fly high and stand to win payouts reaching up to 20 million rand in seconds. Place your bets now at lottostar.co.za, your world of live games. Lottostar is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18. NRGP 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Hey, Mom. Manchi? Remind me, which insurance are you with?
I'm with My Way, and I get real value while saving extra cash on my car insurance premium.
No way. Really? So, what do you do with all these extra savings?
Well, because I value my peace and quiet, I got myself a pair of headphones.
Wait, what?
Move to My Way and save up to 40% on your car insurance premiums, saving you more to live your way. Visit myway.co.za. My Way is a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. T's and C's apply.
And we would buy 500 cars, and we would buy 500 more. So sell your car for the best price, and we won't think about it twice. We buy cars, we buy cars. Da-da-dun-da-da-dun-da-da-dun-da-da-da-da. We buy cars, we buy cars. Da-da-dun-da-da-dun-da-da-dun-da-da-da-da.
We Buy Cars, the easiest way to sell your car by far.
The winter season is known for bringing along cough, colds and flu. And when the sniffles and bark get too much, it's time to call on the trusted self-care medicine cabinet for solutions. Rely on Corenza Paracy for relief from pain, fever and blocked noses associated with colds and flu, and Expogen for the relief of cough. Brought to you in association with Adcock Ingram, OTC, sponsors of Brave. Inspiring communities, one pharmacy at a time.
The 29th of May is our moment. It's your moment. It's your election. Join the ENCA reporters as we crisscross our provinces, towns and suburbs and ask you, what is your election story? Will you make your mark? Only on ENCA, DSTV, Channel 403.
Food Lovers Market is bringing you $10 deals all week long. Get 2 100-gram Okral Sizzler for 10 Rand, a 100-gram hamburger patty for 10 Rand, a 100-gram chicken society for 10 Rand, and enjoy 4 hamburger or hot dog rolls for just $10. These and many more $10 deals are valid till this Sunday at Food Lovers Market. The best in fresh, guaranteed.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Coach Ennis Middendorp on the line. Right, I got Louis calling us from the Val. Louis, you want to chat to the coach? Good evening.
I wish him all the best. He tried his best. Unfortunately, the damage had already been done.
What would you advise him? I'm making you his special advisor. What should he do next season?
Let him go down with the team to NFD. He will regroup from there and make sure that they don't take any of his players.
Coach, how do you respond to Louis?
What I don't like to talk about the damage was done. I think the entire club is responsible. It is not about the technical team. That's nonsense. In the moment, I haven't really made the decision.
Would you go back to Chiefs?
There's no doubt about it. Even if you have been there, I'm not too busy with it, following it up.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
I did say before the show that we're going to be taking an off-ramp today here on the show, and in more ways than one. We definitely have Luviwe Sambudla is my guest, international karting athlete. We got Mpho Gumbi here, the team manager and principal, accompanying him. We've been talking about the big dreams, what's been achieved so far, and what is the next level and what is the next stage. So as you make your journey out of the country on Sunday, how long will it be away for, and what's the major tournament that you are looking forward to?
I think, once we leave, we'll be first, I think, landing on Portugal, but the final destination will be in Slovakia, which will be the next round of the European Championship from the 20th to the 23rd of May, which is like right around the corner now. Oh, and I think we come back to SA in 2 months, in August maybe, or a bit before that. But I don't think we come back in quite a while, because a lot of races will be happening in this period of time, because we'll be doing 2 rounds of the European Championships, WSK races, and at the end of it, the World Champs.
What happens to this thing called schooling?
Oh, I do homeschool, so I shift my schedule of school to manage my racing. So, for instance, if there's 1 week where I'm not racing and I can do practice, I will do practice on the weekend, and during that week I'll be doing homeschool with my tutors. And even now today, I was doing homeschool before coming here.
I can see how neat you look. I mean, it's like you've gone to a school. So let's say this wasn't part of your journey and you were attending normal school like any normal kid. What would your ultimate aim be in terms of life post-schooling?
I would say either maybe I would become like a businessman like my dad, maybe.
Yeah.
Or go into another, maybe try also IT, maybe. But I don't see anything outside of motorsport. Even if I don't make, and that's like a big if, like not even a big if, like that's just not in the question. But if I don't make Formula One, there are still other categories I can race, like Formula E or IndyCar.
Yeah.
Which maybe, but IndyCar, NASCAR. There's a lot of categories that I can race. So also
IndyCar
DTM
is madness. That for me, I mean, Formula One it's beautiful, but it's also got its craze. IndyCar, I think the one thing you can Google there is IndyCar crashes, and they are spectacular. I don't think I'm not lying about that, because ultimately you would be working towards now a certain long-term goal. And as you said, he's got the Formula One ambitions that he has. I think this has also, paved the way for the likes of Max Verstappen and so on.
Yeah.
What would your guidance be, knowing what he is capable of achieving?
Look, we're going to aim for the stars, right? Yeah. So Formula One we don't see anything else other than Formula One at the moment. And all the activities, all resources are going in towards that. But if we don't make it to Formula One, he's quite correctly saying he's done his own research. I see. I haven't done that research for him, so he's way ahead already on me on that one. So I'm guessing if we don't fall on Formula One, he would want me to start looking for opportunities for him in IndyCar and other opportunities that could arise for him. But with the talk of diversity and inclusion, Africa is the only continent that's not on any world motorsport stage at the moment. So we're hoping that all the stars line up for the likes of Luviwe. Yeah. Not just for Luviwe, but any African that's really going for it, like Luviwe is going for it. And we hope that perpetuates ourselves into Formula One at some point. But he does have quite good support at the moment. He's got some good supporting with Aston Martin F1, so they are in his career right now and helping us along. And we do have a few friends from before when we were in and around Formula 3 with our previous driver Sisan Gebelana. Yes. So we have a few friends there that are helping us along the journey. So quite for me right now, to put a long story short, it's Formula One or nothing.
Okay, and I love that though, because you got to break those boundaries. You got to get into the gaps that a lot of people haven't been able to. A couple of your voice notes that are coming through as well. Any questions or comments?
Evening, Mr. Marawa, and evening to the gents there in studio. I hear about the sports, and I've been hearing about it for a while now. I even follow F1, but I have a 10-year-old son who's also interested in this type of sport. But I hear which is quite pricey getting your son onto the different ages is driving, and seeing which is a 10-year-old kind of. And I wanted to know, maybe from the East Rand or anywhere in Gauteng, where do you know of any schools for kids who can join this type of sports? Thank you very much for the show, Rob. Cheers.
Thank you so much. And Paul, you want to handle that one?
Sure. This is why we're here, to make these drives, to make the awareness out there. Yes. Lovely question. Yeah. We would love more people to get involved. I was lucky and I had Mercedes, but we want to make more of our population access such a sport, and it is pricey. It is expensive at the moment, and these kids are doing it under their own steam or their parents' steam, and their parents are sponsoring. We need public sector to come on board. and help us to make such a sport accessible. It's the only sport that I understand that's got 80 different professions. Like Luviwe said, it's not just about the athlete. We all see the athlete. We all see Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton or the likes. But there's 80 other different professions in there. There's an entrepreneur, which is what I became, right? I wanted to be a driver, but I couldn't, and I became an entrepreneur. So we've got all these opportunities that can happen within the sport. We are on an initiative right now that we're working very hard on to try and see if we can't make the sport accessible to everybody. It is a bit of a drive because it does need funding. It does need support. We're quite close to getting that funding. We're working very hard. But I think in the near future, what people can do at the moment is to go on to Kart Republic Africa, Squadra Course, or even my own pages and drop me a note. And when we
please
do
publicize. Let us know what are the pages.
Yeah.
I know Sambudla's Instagram handle already, so I've been checking him out as well. And then obviously what kids do these days is that they rely on social media, and social media grows. And by the time he's a Formula One champion, he'll be having more followers than a Cristiano Ronaldo. Who knows?
We hope so. But please follow us. Drop us a link, drop us a message. Tell us that you are there, that when these opportunities come up, we can remember our friends that have followed us all that time and we can get them involved.
Now, you're a big brother to 4 younger sisters. Am I correct?
Yes. Yeah, you're correct.
At the age of 15?
Yes.
What's that responsibility like? And how do they look at you as a brother, older brother, but a brother that's already getting all this international acclaim?
Well, they treat me like a normal, like if we were like compared to another person with the same situation as me, as like having 4 sisters, but doesn't do racing like me, we would be like the same on how they treat me. Of course, I know they're proud of me, and we both love each other very dearly. But they're still very young, also too. Because like my oldest sister is like 13, and my youngest is 7. So they're still also a bit young to understand. But I know that they're proud of me, and I also am very proud of them because they're also starting to find their things that they're interested in now, and they're starting to really enjoy them. So,
and they come and support you.
Yeah, they come and support me, and I also support them with their things. And so we both love each other dearly, and we're also very proud of each other.
But you realize that yours is no longer a normal childhood. It wasn't. I mean, now you're in teenagehood, but still, we call it your growth pattern, your younger years. It's not normal. And it's never going to get normal, because the older you get, the better you're going to get, and the more glory and limelight you're going to get as well. Have you factored that in? Or is that something that you don't really care about? All you're focusing on is the next race, the success. You break a bone, you heal, you go back again.
Pretty much, yeah.
The second part.
I don't really, honestly, like also it's not like I'm alone in... Because as he said, it's not just me that is traveling overseas. There's also a couple of other boys like me who I also have great connections with. We chat a lot. But no, I don't really feel anything about missing out or anything.
Hey, people that missed out on their childhoods, people like, Michael Jackson, he never had a childhood. He was a professional international superstar by the age of 5. And nothing in his world was normal. I think nothing in the world of Tiger Woods is normal. Nothing in the world of Lewis Hamilton is normal. Nothing in the world of the Williams sisters were ever normal. So those are people that you look up to and you say, how do they manage? How do they hold on? And we're going to hold on. We're going to make sure you succeed.
Evening, Big Rob, and evening to Luviwe Sambudla. It's the first time hearing about the sport, and to hear that a young kid is dominating at the tender age that he is it's a story of marvel. And I also like to give a special appreciation to the dad. I mean, your Serena Williams are the stars of the world right now because the dad chose to support the kid. Your Tiger Woods, the story is endless, Rob. Your Lewis Hamilton as well, there was a father influence there. So shout outs to the parents as well for giving the kids the support that they deserve at a young age. Thank you, Bishop Rob.
I mean, you mentioned a big name in terms of the business circles. The people that know him very well, they call him Top Chap. And and when you say that from a business sector, he comes through and supports financially, you know that the well's going to run dry, not in terms of his well, but just in terms of the support, because you got to transfer that to somebody else. What about endorsements? Because endorsements should also be a way of channeling the funds, giving the exposure, alleviating some of the costs, like the previous caller was talking about, the cost factor. Is the South African market open to that? What are you finding right now? Or is it a closed door and you're basically fending for yourself with everything?
At the moment, I'd say it is a closed door. Hopefully, you tell me if there's any responses after the show, if there's people that would like to come on board and endorse what we do or what Luviwe does. I mean, there's amazing stories out there, not just the athletes, but I mean, we've taken mechanics from Limpopo and they travel around the world with these kids, and we've groomed them to become world mechanics, you know. But yeah, endorsements, partnerships, private. We're looking for support. We want the sport to be out there. We want it to be known. There's a lot of stuff that our kids are doing that's fantastic out there, and I don't think everybody's very much aware of it, because as it's extreme. It's probably got a horrible title at the moment that it's for the elitist. It's not. It's not really, you know.
Well, cricket was supposed to be, you know. It is a costly, it's a costly sport. It might be, you know, being spoken about now because of, again, you know, transformation issues that are there. But at the end of the day, it's a cost that you have to bear.
Yes.
Otherwise, a dream is shattered.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at this stage, it is like that. But we welcome support. That's what we're looking for. One of my mandates is to get these athletes not just skilled, but also having the support of their country, because that also tips the scales when we get to sit in front of Formula One teams and so forth. How much support do you have? Who's behind you guys? Who's noticed you? And things like that. So we need the support. We do need the support. We need the recognition. It's not only financial. As you said, endorsements would work. You know, that would greatly help our cause.
You know, there's a wish list. You know, certain athletes wish to be associated with certain brands. Which brands would you want to be associated with?
I'd say one is Boss.
Yeah.
Tommy Hilfiger. Maybe Tommy Hilfiger. Look how he's looking at me.
All right, don't look at him. Don't look at him. Whatever you say, he has to go and get. That's the homework I'm basically putting out there. Yeah, so don't look at him. Look at me.
Yeah, okay.
You guys can chat
like
in
I
the car.
said, Boss, Tommy Hilfiger, Puma. Maybe
I look at him like that because he's got Adidas everything all the time.
Yeah, well, that's my dad. I can't.
Oh, okay. So now he's swaying away from that to Adidas. Okay, but it happens, man. People are like, you get people wearing different brands. They look like Saswich, you know. So it's everything in one. So it is a bit crazy as well that the time is gone. Luviwe Sambudla, I can only say to you that name will ring in our ears years and years from now. I wish you nothing but the best. Already just having this conversation as somebody who's matured, intelligent, you've already awoken a nation. I mean, I'm looking, there's more messages that I can't even play because of time, people in your corner supporting you. So I know you don't want to let yourself down, you don't want to let your family down, you don't want to let everybody that has supported you down. So Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture, hey, I know, you know, elections are coming up and everything else, but still, you are our minister. Look into the sport. We need you, we need your hand, we need your support. This is a South African doing wonders around the world, and hopefully this will change. Mpo, I don't have time for a response, but I want to thank you very, very much indeed for having that steady hand in looking out and looking after all of this talent and nurturing it. May that continue. Luviwe, thanks, Big Boss.
Thank you very much. This is a very nice experience.
Beautiful.
Honestly.
Thank you.
In the same way, it's going to be a beautiful experience, right? Lifting those trophies, being up on the podium. Correct?
Yeah.
And which is the first Formula One circuit you're going to be winning on?
The first one that is on the calendar.
Tell me which one you wish for.
I'll give you 3.
Give me one.
Spa.
Spa.
Yeah.
Done.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time.
#MSW.